All right, so when you first start out, you're going to click New Streamer. You're going to get this agreement. Clearly, you can read it and accept it. It's going to tell you the wonderful areas to go to get all the information on how to do shit. Stuff and things. So, I highly recommend before you set up this account to make a bot account. So, I have another Twitch account that's name is Care Bears Bot. I would highly recommend doing that. Then you would be able to, you can log in with your secondary account. All right, and then you're going to go and log in with your Twitch, obviously. And you'll be able to log in with your bot account as well. So now it's asking, so I'm logged in with this one. The next I would log in with my bot account. So that one I want to do, let me see, log in to Twitch with my bot account. So I always like it to have its own name, but you could potentially log in as the same one. Yes. So it kind of shows you like you're going to run it as a tier system. So your base is what you're wanting to do, and then you're going to stack on things that are going to happen when said whatever happens. And then it tells you kind of like, tells you to back up your shit. Like, so if you go ahead and back up your stuff on one computer and put it on like a hard drive or something, you're going to be able to take that hard drive and put it on another computer. And then that way, if you ever change computers, you're able to do that. So I definitely recommend about every 30 days, or if you make major changes, to replace your backup file. Some people use this as their chat instead of like the Twitch chat and OBS and whatnot. I don't really use this part of it. There's several different things you can change here. You can have it to just show your bot account, or when you chat in this box, it will chat as your bot. So for instance, it showed it as my team bot squad, right? I keep this as streamer, but then I never chat in here. So you don't, you're able to clear chat, you can disable chat, you can pause all commands. And then you can also see your dashboard, which nothing's going on because my OBS isn't currently running on this one. First thing I would recommend doing is going in, changing your theme to whatever you want. Background, dark mode. Please use dark mode. If you don't use dark mode on stuff, if you don't use dark mode, you're a psychopathic killer. I'm pretty sure that you murder people in your basement. So please use dark mode. All right, you can go in here and do your different chat settings. I leave mine pretty basic. I didn't change the event log to save chat. If I hit clear, it clears it. If you're old like me, you can make your fonts bigger, smaller. You can add a separator in between messages. This will put a bar in between each message, so that way you can see where they start and end. You can use an alternate background color for each message. I don't use any of these settings. I would recommend going through and seeing if there are preferences that you would prefer to use. I personally don't change any of this just because of the fact that I don't use this as my chat box. So I have no need for it. All right, commands. You can allow the commands to be whispered. So basically what that does is it will whisper, so if you run a command and you have it set to whisper, it's going to whisper it to you, but still run the command. You can ignore your bot commands. I don't know why anybody would do that, honestly, but I don't know. Mask give sup filter. So this one you're gonna want to use to differentiate from how many subs are gifted. So if you want to consider 5 or more to be a mass, then you want to change this number. You can hide different actions. So you can hide like the edits to a command and different things that happen. I literally don't change any of this. So if you're using this as your chat, you have the option to show when a user joins and leaves chats. You can have it auto show follows. So if you don't want to make, maybe you don't want alerts. Maybe you don't want alerts to pop up, but you want it to show in the chat that you got a follower and
Benjamin.
stuff.
He didn't host.
You can have
Don't
it
be
auto
like
do that
Benjamin.
instead of making your own command and whatnot.
Be like
So you can have this set every time you get a chat message, it dings or makes a noise, and I believe that you can set your own noises for this. Maybe not. Yeah, custom. And then you can pick your own sound. If you're tagged in Twitch sounds, you can have a sound for that. I would highly recommend before you do anything else, you go through these different settings and you decide what you do and do not want. You could set a set amount of hours a person needs to be active in your chat in order to be considered a regular viewer. You could have explicit user roles. This role, basically, it won't show up in Twitch, but it will be on your end, I believe. So this also makes it to where, like, a user has to have this role to maybe do a certain command or use something. You can give users titles, and then you can also clear a user's data and stuff here. I don't see why you would ever need to do that, but I mean, you might. All right, so here. If you don't want stuff to happen on every scene by putting this default overlay in, then you will need to make new ones for each one. So I have my just chatting stream or scene, I have my in-game scene, and I have my stream rater scene. Now, if I don't want something from, and you need to do this at the beginning. I don't recommend doing it after you're already set in your ways and you already have everything set up and you're now wanting to change it because you realize that 5 of your commands or 5 of your things that happen are happening on all the screens and you're only wanting it on one. I would recommend setting this up for each one automatically from the go. I did not do this when I first set up Mix It Up because I didn't know. I didn't have anybody teach me. I basically learned Mix It Up all on my own. So I didn't know this at the beginning. So now all my stuff plays on every single overlay that I have or every scene that I have. And I regret it because I can't go back and fix it now because I have so much shit in my Mix It Up that there's no going back and trying to figure out. It would be more of a headache for me to try to go back and fix it than it would be to just deal with it. It is what it is. So I just set parameters and I try to make commands go off on different things, but that's a whole nother thing. So I highly recommend in here, make an overlay for every scene you have. But when you're doing this and say like you're working on stuff specifically for when you're in a game, you want specific commands and things to show for that, you'll have an option when you're creating those commands or those different things in your stream to set it to play on that specific scene, and that's the endpoint. It only plays on that one. Counters, you can make counters here. You can name it whatever you want. This will be your starting area. So like if you wanted a death counter, you can add it. You can have it save this death counter to a file, or you can, every time I Mix It Up is restarted, it will completely go back to 0. So this is where you would do that. And then that kind of goes into commands. You'll already have this there. So hotkeys, if you want to set specific hotkeys, like you want to turn off all commands, then you would do that in here. You would have a hotkey. You would tell it, you know, what it is, and then make. I know nothing about serial devices. Don't ask me, okay? This is where you'll back up your stuff. Like I said, after you've done some work, back up your shit. I could back it up right now, and then later on when we're done making some commands, go back and back it up again and just replace that folder. Highly recommend backing your shit up. And if you have a flash drive or something that you could put it on, an external hard drive or something, please do it, because if your computer bites the dust, your shit's gonna be gone because it's literally saved based off a computer. Like my settings from my streaming computer and everything I have for my streaming computer is not on this download on my gaming computer. So make sure that you back your shit up on something that is external. So if your shit crashes, you don't have to worry about not having your shit and having to redo everything. We'll start with the commands. All right. So there are a lot of pre-made commands already in here. You do not have to use them. You can turn them off if it's something that you don't want to use. But I do use some of these. So some of these I do turn off. These are pre-made. I would go through, see what you want to keep, what you don't want to keep.
McKay.
All right, custom commands. This is where you will build your stream-specific commands. You're gonna press command, you're gonna name it what you want. So Dances needed to learn how to do shout-outs, right? So user requirements, that's basically gonna be if you want, it has to be on the YouTube one, so if you did multi-streams, you could set for this command to be only specifically used in certain platforms. You can have a cooldown on it. It is done in seconds, so if you're wanting minutes, you will have to figure that out. If you're wanting hours, like my snack command is every, I think it's like 24 hours or something like that. So I had to figure it out in seconds, but yeah. So you can do it per person. You can make it specific. Like I can make it to where each person has to wait X amount of time, or we can do it as a group. Then you can name groups. So if all VIPs can only do this command every so often, so on and so forth. You can make it require a currency. So if you have a currency in your stream, such as my giveaway command, if you make your own channel currency, this is completely separate from Twitch chat currency. This would be where you would add it. So my giveaways take 2,000 of your bear point currency every time you buy a ticket during a giveaway. All right, so rank system. You can make a rank system in Mix It Up. If you guys want to know more about that, we can go into that at some point in time. I haven't really messed too much with rank systems. You can also make inventory items, which is another thing that I will get into if you guys really want to learn about it. I don't have inventories. I've never built an inventory item myself. It could be something that we do at some point in time. Argument requirements. That's a whole nother thing that I won't get into today, but argument requirements, they're kind of new to me. I haven't done a whole lot with them. I'm still learning a lot of things in here. I'm trying to learn more and more about this. But you can have different requirements that have to happen in order for something to go off. All right, in the settings, you can have it show and list the context menu, so it would show differently than anything else. Have it show the delete. I've done this. I don't personally like for it to show in my chat that something was deleted. It kind of looks sus to me. So I don't ever have it run the deleted stuff, but you can. So when you're making this, you can make command groups. I do group 90% of my commands into groups, so it's easier for me to find them. Or if I'm trying to disable a whole entire, like I have for tourneys, I have a whole command group labeled tourneys, and that has like the focus command and the things for you guys to run during the tourney that I wouldn't have normally run any other time. So you guys, I can shut it off and you guys would never be able to use those commands when they're not currently active. So it's kind of nice to group your stuff so you can find it easily. I'm very organized. I don't like to have all my commands just showing there ungrouped. So I group mine. You can either run it as an exclamation command or you can have it as a wildcard. Now, if you do it as a wildcard, you'll put spaces and semicolons for multiple words. So if I wanted this to actually just be shout out, I would do the semicolon, space, then you could do SO, so forth, and then those words would trigger it versus doing exclamation SO. But if you're doing just an exclamation, you don't have to add the exclamation here. It's auto included. Unlocking a command. It ensures that only one command runs at a time. So if you unlock this and we did exclamation SO 5 times in a row, it's going to do all of those. It's not going to wait for the command to end and then go to the next one. It's going to literally run it all. So if you built several commands to stack, then I would recommend having them unlocked. Otherwise, I don't ever use this. This section is really cool in here. So we have community commands. There are a lot of people that already built specific commands, like my Pokemon image is already in there. So if you were wanting to do exclamation Pokemon and space Pikachu, this would be the command. So in here, there's a lot of different things. All right, I just clicked it. You can click it, it'll open up a window and copy it that way. So you're gonna wanna add it as a browser source like any other bot. I name it Mix It Up. Put that in there. And like I said, if you're working on stuff you're gonna wanna make an overlay for each of your things. Since I don't have multiple scenes in here, I'm not going to do multiple ones. And you're gonna do it 1920 by 1080. In the services, I forgot to link it. I'm so sorry. See, this is why I'm not good at tutorials, guys. All right, when you're first starting out, you want to go into services and you want to add everything that you have that you want linked to your Mix It Up. So obviously I use OBS, because I don't have the WebSocket installed. Oh, you're gonna probably have to install some sockets. See, I'm bad at tutorials, chat. I'm really bad at tutorials. All right. Once you download WebSocket in here, it's going to ask you if you want to set a password. So I'm just going to make a little fucking password. This should work now. All right, it's connected. Yay! We did it. All right, so connect everything you want. Oh, another big thing with Mix It Up, make sure you start Mix It Up before you start OBS and start streaming. Pull up Mix It Up first, log in. Once it's fully logged in, then open OBS. You can close Mix It Up after you've already opened it for the first time and open OBS, but make sure that you open Mix It Up first and then OBS, at least for the first time when you're running in each stream. Otherwise, your stuff will not work, but it has to be open first. But if say Mix It Up messes up during your stream, you can close it. You don't have to close OBS and then reopen Mix It Up and it'll start working just like, it'll still work. Oh, overlay. I'm stupid. We have to connect this. I would definitely go through all these sections, though, and kind of go through each of them. Learn them a little bit. Kind of figure out what, like, the services you want to add. Different things. And just take a look. Like, your account. Make sure you got your 2 added. So, this is where you'll do all your different bells and whistles. So, like me, when I'm not doing, like, a holiday stream and stuff, I have Mix It Up for my normal stream stuff. So when my stream starts, when I hit go live on OBS, I have a Twitch. I fucking hate y'all. I have a Twitch channel start. This is where the Twitter stuff comes in handy. So it doesn't send a tweet, but you can update your name. So it goes from, I think it's Care Bears Gaming. To Care Bears Gaming, and then it's got the red dot, and then Caps Live on Twitch, and then the red dot again. So it changes my name to this when I go live in Twitter. You don't have to set this up. You can. You can also do like Discord notification. You could actually add the Discord, so when you go in there, it'll send a message into your Discord. But I actually just have it only do the Twitter. And then when stream stops, which is the one right under it, you would basically do the same thing. Twitter, add, update name change, and it would go back to Care Bears Gaming. It would no longer have the live. So it would switch from the live to not live. You can set up your follower alerts here. You can do the same thing as anything else. You can have a chat message. You can have a image pop on screen. You can have a sound. You can have it pop something from Polypop. All kinds of stuff. My pandas are from Polypop. That's how those 3D pandas come on screen. It's from Polypop, which Kazi introduced me to, which is an absolutely amazing app if you can figure it out. It's a little intimidating, to be honest, so I've only stuck to the basic bitch stuff, but I would really like, there's so much you could do. It's basically all the things that VTubers can do without having to be a VTuber, so it's actually really, really cool. That wonderful don't be like Benjamin and get nut kicked is all done in here and mix it up from the hosted channel, so you're able to pull that. You can do the argument of when somebody hosts, Twitch raids, subscribers, resubs, gifted subs, massive subs. So I actually have a specific thing for massive subs up to a certain point. It's a little harder to do those because you have to go in and make action groups. I have action groups so when you do like 22 bits or 420 bits or 666 bits or all those different 69 bits, all those different sounds and graphics that pop up on my screen, I made those in the action groups, and then you would add them into your command here, so that way it knows, hey, when 22 bits run, it will pull these graphics and these sounds and will not run the normal command, if that makes sense. And we can get more into those at some point in time if you guys want to learn how to do those. I would love to do that. When a channel point is redeemed, you can have it run something specific. Like you could have maybe like money pop on screen, or like your graphic that you have for your Twitch channel points. And then when they use your channel points, it'll pop on screen and make a sound. I have a start for the hype train, which is the music, the command that runs in chat. And then you have one for when it ends. When ours ends, it does explosive confetti all over my screen. Donations, you can link any of your donation ones that you have. So if you have even for those charity streams like Extra Life, if you are running run through Tiltify, you can do that here. Rainmaker, if you have, when people order me food through Stream Treats, it pops a graphic on screen, which is a bunch of food all over the place, and then I believe it runs a message for mine. If you have a Stream Elements donations, or you have merch through Stream Elements, you could have it run something when people... No soft giving yet? No soft giving yet. You can do chat specific things. So like if a new user joins, it can call them out on it. You can make a sound that calls them out. If you want to have it set when someone joins, it pops a chat message or a graphic. It'll say so-and-so is, you can make it say, have a graphic pop up, so-and-so's here. And then when that same user leaves, you can make it to where it says in chat, so-and-so left. You can have you can do stuff when you get whispers. So that way, if someone whispered to you, you can hear it pop in your ear, since obviously you don't have your Twitch open. When a user gets banned in our chat, here, I'll show you guys what happens. I actually love ours. Chat built this one for me. We decided it all together. So when somebody gets banned, they get that hammer, But there's so many things. If you stream on Trovo or Glimish, you can add those on here. If you have Patreon, you can add that on here. There's a bunch of generic ones. If you don't link, say you stream in Discord or you stream on Restream, then you can have these generic ones and it would be able to tell you. Like it would be able to do the same things. You can make channel point redemptions here. You can add to an existing to where it has a graphic and everything. So some of those point redemptions that you guys do, like Rave, like the stream Rave, I built that in here. So it's basically adding a new command. You add it to whatever reward you made on Twitch, and then you would build it up from here. So it's switching my camera, running the rainbow, doing the song, and all that stuff is all built in the channel point redemption area. You can make your own currency, which the bamboo is one of our currencies here. Once you hit 90, you get to turn them into me, and I give you a prize. Quotes. You can make quotes from different users. You can enable them. You can add a quote. I believe there is already a command set in here to add quotes. Add quote. Exclamation, add quote, space, whatever you want it to be. And then you'll find those here in the quotes. You're able to run game queues. That's how on Wednesdays, when we have tons of people that want to play, this is how I do my game queue. Redemption store. You can actually make products in here for y'all to buy. I haven't played around too much with this, but this is something I'm learning to go along with y'all's bear points as well as your inventory items. So I'm trying to figure a way to make virtual items for the stream that you guys could purchase here with your bear points. I don't know when I'll have those live, but I am working on them. And once I understand better on how to do this point redemption or this redemption store and link it to my app currency, not the channel points through Twitch, but the actual bear points, I'll do a tutorial on that. But I'm trying to do it to where you guys get virtual items from this to have on stream somehow. But that's all a work in progress, coming soon to a Care Bear stream near you. If you use Trovo, you can build your actual own Trovo spells here that do certain things when certain spells are used in Trovo. Timers. Timers are basically those notifications that tell you important things, like when community game night is, or about my coffee that you guys should buy. Gamer Grinds, use code KBGames in the link when that pops. Freshen Up. If you haven't tried Freshen Up, go try Freshen Up. Use the code Care Bear. Those different things. Let's see. Channel. You can, so basically I set up my channel stuff in OBS. Basically my new title, what game we're doing, and any tags. I have that all set up pre-done in OBS. I had that done before I used Mix It Up, but you basically could do that here. So you would just change your stream title for the day, what category. It's all the same thing as OBS. You can actually raid from here. You can, so say you're about to raid out. You don't know who you're going to raid, but you know you want to raid somebody you're following. You can search follow channels. If you're on a team, you can search team members. If you're not wanting either one of those, you're wanting to do like a specific category, you can search categories. Same language as you, or on the featured Twitch channel. So if I wanted to raid follow streams, these are all the people that are streaming right now that I follow. So you can open the channel, you can raid this channel, and I would never have to even push anything. Like I could literally just click raid this and it would automatically start the raid for me. So it's kind of cool little feature. I know some streamers that use Mix It Up actually use their chat box and use all those features to do those things. I never really got into it because I don't ever have the app open. Like it's open on there, but it's like minimized. I don't ever have it open over OBS. I don't know if it's one of those things that you could actually add this in as a dock feature, but if you just had this open, you basically could do everything and just have like your little boxes for your scenes and stuff. You could have this technically open. Shows all your users, shows all your,
this is
your
Benjamin.
chat messages
He didn't
and whatnot.
host. Don't be like Benjamin.
But if you guys have more questions, comments,
like they hosted up.
Yo. Did Mix It Up just host me? Yo. I feel honored. Thank you guys for the host.